This is Fast Film Refiews, where I talk about a single movie in 3 minutes or less. Today we're reviewing Cinderella 2015, one of the most well-received live-action remakes. I had never seen it before today, and I gotta say, I was pretty excited. I had seen the trailer and the costumes looked great, meaning that I could at least enjoy the film on a visual level. Plus, the reviews I read kept saying how much the movie was so different from the 1950 classic. And they were right, and not just because of the costumes. Go figure. Cinderella 2015 is definitely not a masterpiece, but it's a pleasant, charming good time that does a handful of things worse and better than the original. The important thing is that it's a different viewing experience, making its existence justified. The first thing that immediately comes to mind when thinking about this movie is its focus on Cinderella and her motivations. I love that we get to see her caring and kind personality, and I also love that we get to focus on the death of her father. His death is powerful, and that's because their relationship is the primary focus for the first 20 minutes of the movie. She also gets plenty of stand up for yourself moments that don't feel unearned given what she's been through. I like that she takes no BS from anyone. The other thing that really works in this movie? The score. Every single scene is dramatically enhanced thanks to the fantastic music. But my favorite implementations are the scene where she's turning her stuff back into its original form, and the scene where she's introduced in the ball, which is a reworking of Lavender Blue if you listen closely. But it still has some of the less popular live-action remake trappings, way too much CGI, adding more characters that do practically nothing, and this movie's specialty, over-explaining motivations. I tolerated it in Beauty and the Beast, but here there's a really awkward scene where the evil stepmother explains her motivation for being evil in the most awkward way possible. I mean, the stepmother was more interesting overall because she's a real character, but this scene is definitely the worst aspect that they added of her. Why can't she just be a classic Disney evil villain? And this is kind of a personal problem, but I feel like it's weird that Cinderella was talking to rats even before her father died. Like, I get that if you were in your room and had no friends, you would make friends with the rats, but she liked the rats even before her dad died. Like, she has this human person that loved her, and she opted to talk to these disgusting, filthy mice instead. That was kind of weird. So yeah, that's Cinderella. I honestly enjoyed this film thanks to the costumes, the performances, and the score, but it's definitely not exempt from issues. Really strong 6 on 10, better than I remember the original being, and one of the best live-action remakes to date.